I feel like I'm making a YouTuber apology video, but I'm not the YouTuber. I just want to get this out of the way so that it's abundantly clear before we get started. Trans women are women, trans men are men, non-binary people are non-binary, and they're all valid. So, as you guys might have seen, J.K. Rowling recently went on a little Saturday transphobic rant on Twitter because that's what normal people do during Pride Month in the middle of a pandemic while there's a huge movement towards Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it's so confusing. I feel like it was kind of necessary for me to do this video as not only a part of the LGBT community, but also as a Harry Potter YouTuber. I thought I couldn't just go on making normal videos without addressing this and without expressing how disappointed and how dangerous what J.K. Rowling did was. And why it's hurt so many people. I think a lot of people brush away J.K. Rowling's comments by saying that it's just her opinion, but those words can really hurt someone and has hurt a lot of people, and it's not okay. It's not okay. Basically, if you haven't seen, these are some of J.K. Rowling's recent tweets. Now, at first, you might not see why they're transphobic. I'll take one of the examples when she quoted an article saying people who menstruate and then said, I remember there used to be a word for that, women, making jokes about the fact that she only thinks women menstruate. For example, a lot of trans men menstruate. They are not women because they menstruate. And that's why the article said people who menstruate, because to say every single person that could potentially menstruate would be a lot more confusing than just writing people who menstruate. She also tried to make an argument that people are saying that sex isn't real. If you look at the majority of people who were upset, that's not what they were upset about. Now, I watched a video by Jamie Dodger on YouTube, and he explained why a lot of the comments that J.K. Rowling has said are problematic. And I think if you don't know and you don't understand still, I think you should watch that video because he explains it very well and it's not that long, so I urge you to go watch that. I'll link it in the info cards and in the description down below. Now, as you might know, this is not the first time J.K. Rowling has said something like this. The first time, I think she liked some transphobic tweets, to which her agent, I think, responded that it was a middle-aged moment, and then in December she defended someone who didn't get their contract renewed from saying transphobic comments. I'm sorry to the trans community who are hurt by this. This is like, I just don't get it. It's so confusing that this person who taught a lot of people acceptance and being open to different people is saying these things. Like, it's just kind of mind-boggling. I know for a lot of people this kind of leaves them feeling like they have to completely leave Harry Potter in the past and just kind of separate themselves from that entirely, which is totally understandable, and if that's what you're feeling, I support you 100%. I'm very torn. I think there are ways you can appreciate the story and everything without putting money in her pockets. Like, for example, don't buy official merch, don't watch the next Fantastic Beasts movies, at least not in theaters. And I think another great thing is to support queer people in the community and to support unofficial merch and buy things secondhand if you want the official stuff. There's obviously things being sold everywhere all the time if you really want official merch. Now, for a lot of people that's not going to be enough, and for a lot of people they kind of have to disconnect completely, and I understand that. One thing that I've seen has helped a lot of people in this situation is Daniel Radcliffe coming out about this and talking about it in such an amazing way. He made an article on the Trevor Project, and I'm just going to read a little bit of it for you because I thought it was a really nice statement. This is obviously not quoting the whole thing, but anyway. He said, "Transgender women are women. Any statement to the contrary erases their identity and dignity of transgender people and goes against all advice given by professional healthcare associations who have far more expertise on the subject than either Joe or I. According to the Trevor Project, 78% of transgender and non-binary youth reported being subject to discrimination due to their gender identity. It is clear we need to do more to support transgender and non-binary people, not invalidate their identities, and not cause further harm. To all the people who now feel that their experience of the books has been tarnished or diminished, I'm deeply sorry for the pain these comments have caused you. I really hope that you don't entirely lose what was valuable in these stories for you. If these books taught you that love is the strongest force in the universe, capable of overcoming anything, if they taught you that strength is found in diversity, and that dogmatic ideas of pureness lead to the oppression of vulnerable groups, if you believe that a particular character is trans, non-binary, or gender fluid, or that they're gay or bisexual, if you found anything in these stories that resonated with you and helped you at any time in your life, then that's between you and the book that you read, and it's sacred. And in my opinion, no one can touch that. It means to you what it means to you, and I hope that these comments will not taint you that much. Or will not taint that too much. Now, this is something that I really resonated with. That's kind of what I hope with this channel as well. Like, I hope that, this is something I said on Twitter as well, I hope that with this channel I'm kind of creating a safe space for queer people within the Harry Potter community. One of the favorite comments I get is that I make Harry Potter gayer when I put myself in Harry Potter scenes, and that's one thing that I love. Like, that's so fun to me. Like placing myself into the world where I wasn't before, you know? Not that it was ever meant to be that deep, but, you know, basically that's what I'm hoping with this channel, that I'm creating a safe space for queer Harry Potter fans. Oh, I also wanted to read a statement by Jonathan Case, who plays Scorpius in Cursed Child, because they made a really nice statement that I also resonated with. So they said, if you feel horribly alienated from a fictional world that is dear to your heart and important to your well-being, remember, fictional and creative space belongs to whoever needs to take up space within it. No exceptions. I remain unapologetically queer within all worlds. I thought that was a beautiful statement, and I agree. But again, I think it's important to not just brush away the comments that J.K. Rowling has made, because they are awful and not good and dangerous, which I understand can be kind of a shock and like confusing for people who are just getting into it and who don't pay attention to J.K. Rowling. But there are so many great creators out there making unofficial merchandise. It's like, there's an amazing community out there. Now, I thought I could make this a bit positive as well, and not just a video talking about the negative things J.K. Rowling has done. Mashable actually made a list of 14 Harry Potter things to love that aren't J.K. Rowling. And I was actually shocked because I was looking for this for suggestions for what to include in this video, and they included me, so thank you so much for that. But these are some of the suggestions I have. No, that's only the people that was suggested on that list. There's also, of course, a bunch of other Harry Potter creators all over the world, including Potterless, which is a podcast that is great. Also, just for the record, I don't get paid by Wizarding World or Warner Brothers or anything, which is probably clear by this video. On a more personal note, I think I might take a little bit of a break after this video, as I feel my mental health right now is not the greatest, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of interesting comments on this video, so I think I might take a little bit of a break. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say for now. I hope I can upload a more fun video next, but I don't know when that will be, and I love you all so much. Goodbye.